As always, it is a very warm welcome back to the Banksy Stadium for this afternoon's game between Walsall and Stevenage. Like the rest of our pre-match shows, we'll be hearing from head coach Matt Taylor, as well as a player, which this week is Jack Earing, and I'll be joined by my colleague Paul Joannou as we look ahead to this afternoon's game. First up, we're going to hear from the head coach, and this is what he had to say about today's opponents, Stevenage.
And of course it's Stevenage on Saturday. They've had a decent start to the season. First of all, what challenge are you expecting from them?
A tough one. A game against an opposition who have a very clear identity. I think they've added to their group quite well. So it'll be a difficult game, but I'd also add that it'll be a difficult game for Stevenage. It'll be great for us to be back at home in front of our fans. And the players now are desperate for the game to come, and that's a good thing as a coach. When you look around, the players are, as I say, really focused. So the best thing we can do now is I've said to them, they've got to go and perform for, first and foremost, themselves, but secondly for their loyal supporters and the fans that are going to be there at the Banksy Stadium.
You mentioned the fans at the Banksy Stadium. We had 300 who travelled to Hartlepool, so it was important for them to really see a result at home, isn't it?
Well, that's what we all want, right? That's what everybody at the football club wants. We want to get that first win on the board as soon as possible. And, I'm as confident as I can be that will come on Saturday. But the players have to make sure that they earn the right to inflict our style of play on the opposition. So that means that we have to do all the nitty-gritty parts of football that probably people at times don't see, because that gives us an opportunity to go and win the game.
So that was head coach Matt Taylor and what he had to say about this afternoon's game here at the Banksy Stadium. Now we're going to hear from midfielder Jack Earing as he looks ahead to this game.
And I'm sure the team are hoping that first victory will come this Saturday against Stevenage. Are you looking forward to that game?
Yeah, no, of course. We've been preparing all week for this game, so we just can't wait to get out there and put it right.
Of course, back at the Banks as well, back at home in front of our own fans. Are you also looking forward to that?
Yeah, no, of course. Sport's been amazing every time we've played at home. And we just want to get that win for everyone involved so we can get underway our season.
Last time round at the Banksy Stadium, between the two sides, the points were shared as Josh Gordon scored a last-minute penalty to rescue a point for the Saddlers. Let's take a look back at those highlights. So I'm now joined by my colleague Paul Joannou. Thanks, Paul, for joining me for this one. A week has passed now since the Hartlepool game. Do you think that's done the team, good to have that full week on the training pitch?
Yeah, I think it has. I think Matt Taylor spoke about it there, didn't he? They've had a good week on the training pitch. No midweek game. Really good time to actually really work on things and set up their blueprint. So I think it's done the lads good. Even Jack here as well, I said it's been good, a bit of a blessing in disguise as well. So I think it's done the lads good. And again, what we heard from Matt Taylor, he was saying he got the response he wanted on the training pitch, because he was almost looking for that more than the response here today. But it sounds like the lads have reacted in the right way. So things are boding well ahead of today's game.
But it is all well and good them reacting on the training pitch, but the thing that matters is when they cross that white line. And today we face a Stevenage side that will be high on confidence at the moment. So the Saddlers have really got to come out of blocks flying, haven't they?
Yeah, it's going to be a tough challenge today, isn't it? Stevenage, I think it's 2 victories, a draw and a defeat in the league. They also played and held Wycombe Wanderers in the League Cup earlier this week to a 2-2 draw, League One side. So they're a side in good form. I think they ended last season pretty strongly as well. So it'll be a tough test, but like Matt Taylor said himself, it will also be a difficult game for Stevenage.
Yeah, and that's it, isn't it? The Saddlers, although they've only picked up 1 point so far this season, when they're on their game, they've looked, like a real force, and it's all about bringing that again today at the Banksy Stadium to entertain the fans that are here.
That's it. We have seen some good performances here at the Banksy Stadium. I look back at the Doncaster game, a very good performance from the Saddlers, and also the Scunthorpe game. For the majority of that game, the Saddlers were dominating the game, and looked like they were going on to win the game, but for the very late show from Scunthorpe United. So there has been promising signs. It's just about knitting it all together, isn't it, for the Saddlers?
And do you think it's almost you get that win under your belt and things do really start to kick on?
Yeah, we've seen it in the past, haven't we? I remember a couple of seasons ago the team went on a 6-game losing run, and then they got that victory against Forest Green, a 6-0 victory, and then all of a sudden the whole picture changed. It happens, it lifts confidence. This is a new group. Once they get their first win together, I have to say I think the confidence and the relief will come out, and then they'll probably start to express themselves even more, try a few more things, and hopefully that can be the start of a positive run, and the Saddlers can really get the season going.
And we've heard from Matt Taylor on numerous occasions now, he still seems extremely confident, and so he should be, because it is only the early part of the season. There's still things to iron out, as there are in other teams in the division, but it's all about now keeping that belief, and everybody at the club, whether that's everybody behind the scenes to the backroom staff to the supporters, it's just about constantly breathing life into those players as well, isn't it? Yeah,
absolutely. It's like you say, Tom, it's keeping that belief, and it's that togetherness, and I think that's what Matt Taylor tried to build. He said that right from the start when he came to the club about building a togetherness and building an identity. He wants his team to earn the right as well to put their blueprint on the opposition and go and express themselves. So it's about remaining calm, sticking together, and I think seeing the lads in training, spirits are still high, the lads are confident, and I think they've put the Hartlepool defeat behind us. So let's hope today on the pitch it shows.
Well, thank you very much, Paul, and we hope you have a great experience here today at the Banksy Stadium. We can't wait to have you back again for this game, and as always, come on you Saddlers.